Hey everyone, hope you're doing well and thank you for joining us for another how-to guide video for 3ds Max. In this one we're going to be doing some tie flow, and similar to the previous video where we spoke about the hologram, we're going to be doing something with similar but it's somewhat different at the same time, and I'm going to get into the essence of what I want to do with this. And basically what you can do is some sort of teleportation, but basically it's actually a spline following a path. So I've got this model here, which is just a simple human model, a very basic one. So the first thing we've got to do is to create a line, and this is the path that we're going to follow for our let's say our teleportation basically. So I think this is simple enough. Then what we can do is select the line, go to modify, and then select vertex just to give these some direction. So we can go up, maybe down, maybe that one can stay, and then this one can go up again, and that one can go up even more. Right, so I think this is fine for now. Then from here we'll put in our tie flow, so you can just put it wherever you want. Open editor. So the first thing we've got to do is to actually do a birth, which is usually the case. We can go 0, 0, and we only want, let's say, 100 particles. The next thing we'll do is to put in a position. So position object, bring that in. You can pick, and we want that model, so you can see those are our particles now. We've got to give these particles a shape, so we can just go here and type in shape. So you press tab to get the option, type in shape, click it in, make it 3D, and so this is the shape of the particles. So we'll do a sphere cluster high res, and then go to display and set it to geometry so you actually see that. So as you can see now, we've got these high res spheres that are being displayed. So the next step is to give it a path. So select that operator, put it in, pick, and choose our line. So now you can see that they're following that path, but obviously their velocity is too much. So maybe we'll do it to 0.1. Okay, but there's still more that we've got to do with that. So obviously what we can do here is to just add a slow, because we can see that it's too fast. So if we add a slow, you can see that it's following the path a bit better. So what we can do is, let's make the slow, we can probably keep it at 5, but let's make it 10. And back to path, instead of we'll put this back to 1, the follow, but we'll increase the attraction from 0.1 to 1. So now you can see that it's actually following that path. Okay. The other thing we can do, I'll touch on that later. So the last thing to do to kind of just finish it all off is to add a spline path. So just like if you saw the previous video, you'll know once you do that, you just go create new, and now this is what we're going to have. Alright, now however, one of the things is that maybe it keeps circling that path, so you can actually control that. There's a lot that you can control. If you go back to path follow, you have all these axial influences and the spin. So you can control how much you want it to be within there. So if I go, we reduce how much it's on the z-axis, for example, and the y-axis. Therefore, we can get a much nicer kind of shift from the body and following that path. The other thing we can do is actually reduce the spin. So you can actually do no spin. Actually, let's just show you that. So if you do no spin, then it just doesn't really spin, and it just follows the path, which isn't, I don't think that that's very nice. So maybe we can give it a 0.3 spin maybe. Okay, maybe, I think it was 0.5 before, let's do 0.4. So it kind of follows. You can obviously play with this a lot more to kind of get the look that you like. So basically this is the tutorial that I've done, and there's obviously a lot that you can do with this, and that's why I didn't want to get into too much detail. So one thing that I was thinking about is to do a slice. So as that spline effect is happening, it actually slices the body away, and then you can have another body at the other end, and then that slices in, so it makes it look like that the body is shifting from this end to the other end. And you can also give the spline itself, as we did previously, an age. So if the maximum age is 10,000, maybe if we can make it 50. So what happens here is that it leaves the body and it makes it look like as if it's kind of taking that body to somewhere else. So yes, thank you very much for following this tutorial, and hope it's been a beneficial and good one. Take care.